Hi guys, Scotty here with another DBZ Dokkan battle video, and today we're going to be taking a look at the two recent EZAs that dropped, GT Goku and GT Vegeta, and I'll be doing a bit of a review of them, show you guys how their passives have changed, I'll show you how to build them, what teams they can be run on, what their leader skills are good for, as well as we'll go through an event or two, and I'll just show you how they perform, how they stack up, and how they tank against maybe some supers or some normals and some difficult content. So let's jump right into it. Firstly, we'll start with GT Goku. Now these units did recently get their EZA, and EZAs seem very solid. I've been using them, I've been running them mainly on a Giant 8 power team, but let's go through their passive quickly. So you've got their basic effects of attack and defense plus 250% for Goku, and he's an orb changer, so he'll randomly be changing key spheres of a certain type to rainbow key spheres. When attacking with 12 or more key, so once you get your super attack, it'll be calculating an additional attack of 30% and defense of 20% per key sphere obtained. So it makes him a very nice nuker. I recently used him to absolutely nuke the hell out of the punching bag event, so he's a great nuker. But you'll also be getting an additional crit of 10% per orb obtained. So very nice to be getting practically guaranteed crits if you can get enough orbs, but it doesn't otherwise increases his crit chance, which is nice, so you don't need to build him for crit at all. If you get 3 or more key spheres, which should be very easy again because he's a rainbow orb changer, your attacks are going to be effective against all types, which is very nice. 5 or more key spheres obtained he's going to launch an additional super attack, which is great because you want these guys, they're not infinite stackers, but they are single turn stackers for defense and attack, so you want to be giving them they want to be getting additional super attacks off so that they can tank more easily. So great that he's got built-in additional as well. Now also per GT heroes or Giant Ape category ally attacking in the same turn, he's going to be getting an extra defense of 77% as well as a damage reduction rate of 20% per ally in the same turn. So that's really good. He's going to be having 40% damage reduction as long as you run him on one of those teams, and I would recommend using those teams simply because you need him to activate that 40% damage reduction. He doesn't really have any other defensive mechanics, so you do want to run them on one of those two teams, and that's going to allow him to just defend a lot better. So, also from the first turn of character's entry attack, he's going to be launching an additional super, so a lot of built-in additional supers as well. And then he does have an active skill as well, which is going to massively raise his attack, 350% attack, and he's going to perform a critical hit guaranteed. So that won't just apply to you'll see that won't just apply to his active skill, it will also apply to his actual attacks in the same turn. So that was his passive attack. If we go into super attack as well, you can see here that, like I said, he greatly raises attack and defense for one turn. So that is a 50% boost every time he does an additional. And the active skill here, if you activate, I've got him almost at full link level 10, so that's great. And there's a bunch of categories as well that he has here. So how would I recommend building Goku here? See, I've got no equips done, and you can see I've mainly gone for additional, but that is previously. So how I would recommend building him right now, you see he's already got a built-in additional, he's got a lot of built-in additional, and he's already got a lot of built-in crit as well. Now, I haven't had any problems running him and Vegeta in some of the most difficult content the game currently has to offer. Level 10 red zones that have recently come out, they perform admirably in those, as long as they're under the 220% leader skill. So as much as I want to say additional to try and get that extra defense, depending on how they're going to age, it might actually be worth going dodge here, so that you have that extra chance of them getting out of jail free. If you have them in the third slot or something like that, and they're going to get supered, they can tank supers in very difficult content once they've built up in that turn if they're supered 2 or 3 times. So I would say additional slash dodge are going to be your primaries that you want to go for, depending on preference. I don't think one of the other, maybe as they age, dodge will be a little more important, but I would say additional as just fine as well for the greatly raising defense, and crit last because this is a rainbow orb changer, and he's going to be getting crit chance so with her gaining orbs, so there's not really a point in going for additional crit here. I would also say that you maybe want to throw some defensive equips on here if you have, like for instance the ARC character exclusive orbs, skill orbs that are out, and you can see like this one is defense, think there's more here. If I have actually gone and done these, I'll have to check, but you want to give them some additional defense. It will help with the multiplicatively with the stacks that you're going to be getting. So always good to have more base defense for raising your defense, because it'll start stacking on top of each other in the same turn. So that is Goku and how to build them. Goku's a very solid slot 2 or 3. You can run him in either. I wouldn't ever run him in slot 1. There are situations where he would survive, but he needs to get off some supers. So very solid slot 2 and 3 options here. Let's go into Vegeta now, quickly. We'll do the same thing, similar. We'll go and look at him, and my Vegeta is rainbowed, and my Goku I have a single dupe in. So let's look here. So Vegeta gets the same attack and defense plus 250%. He also randomly changes key spheres of a certain type to rainbow key spheres, so he's also a rainbow orb changer. Now when attacking with 12 or more key, he's going to be getting an additional 20% attack and 30% defense, so the inverse of Goku. But now he gets damage reduction rate of 3% per key sphere obtained. So this Vegeta has a higher priority to get orbs than the Goku if you ever run them alongside each other, because the damage reduction is inherent already in Goku, but this Vegeta doesn't have damage reduction. He needs to get orbs. So I would say give him as many orbs as you possibly can so that he can have that extra damage reduction. He does get guard, so that's great. With 3 or more key spheres obtained, he'll have guard here. So if he is getting his guard active, you've given him like 7 or 8 orbs, so maybe he's got like 21, 24, 8 times 3 is 24, so 24% damage reduction, whatever it is. If you give him enough number of orbs, and then he activates his guard as well, and he's going to super and greatly raise defense, so he should be sitting pretty, as long as you're giving him, I would say, at least 5, 6, 7. You want to give him more orbs. With 5 or more key spheres obtained, he'll also be launching an additional super attack, which is great, so that he can stack them further. And per GT Heroes or Giant Ape Power category ally attacking in the same turn, he is going to get an additional 77% attack, plus an additional chance of a critical hit by 30%. So with the other two members being the other two attacking allies being part of those groups categories, you're going to have 60% crit rate and 144% additional attack. Yeah, so 153 if I could actually add 154% additional attack. So, and then for one turn from the character's entry turn, you're also going to have an additional super attack, and then when activating the active skill, you're also going to have attack 350% temporarily. So also looks great. Also needs to super a lot to get his defense up, but again, he was tanking supers, he's been tanking normals and very difficult content. I haven't had a problem. These guys haven't sold a run or anything. They've always been taking double digits. So as long as you're running them on the right teams, I think they're going to be absolutely fine. Now, how should you build this unit? I would say very similar to what I said about Goku here, is in the long run, probably dodge is going to be more useful, because as time goes on and they slowly age out, you could say this about any unit though, really. So if you're looking at a longevity aspect, I would say dodge. Otherwise additional, because that one additional that you might get from the hidden potential system will raise your defense by another 50%. So if you're already at like 800,000 or something like that, another 50% of 800 is 400,000. So I mean, you're just boosting and boosting, so that one additional can take you up so much. So it is useful, definitely useful. So I would say definitely not crits, because if you're running them on the right teams, you're going to be getting that inherent crit buff anyway. And then if you can give him additional, he'll have more defense. Now equips, again, I would say he would definitely benefit as well from defensive equips, so that he has that base defense stats being higher, so that the stacking is more meaningful and adds up more. Because you'll see on his super attack as well here, he also greatly raises attack and defense for one turn, so it's a 50% boost. So you do want him to be doing as many additionals as possible and having as high a base defense as possible. And again, Vegeta is a fantastic slot 2 or slot 3 unit for these teams. You'll see that with most of the time if you're not going to run them together, slot 3 is kind of where they're going to sit. They're fantastic floats. If for the rest of like a Giant Ape Power or a GT Heroes team, which is where they're meant to be run. And yeah, slot 2 or 3, but I float them off a lot, and they are just such a fantastic filler unit for slot 3. So that's definitely where I would put them. So that's how you build them, that's how they both work, and that's sort of what function they serve, slot 1, 2, or 3. I'm going to give you a couple of teams to run them on as well, mainly looking at the GT Heroes and Giant Ape Power teams, because those are the teams that are meant to be run on and where they actually perform well. Okay, so taking a look at two of their main teams, and this is where they're supposed to be run. Let's look at GT Heroes first, and then we'll look at Giant Ape Power. So GT Heroes will be using the Super Saiyan 4s that recently EZA'd, the Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta that transforms into Gogeta, that's the Fire one, and they will be benefiting almost completely from this leader skill here. So Fuse Fighters or GT Heroes plus Kamehameha. So GT Goku will be getting the full one because he's also part of Kamehameha here. Unfortunately, Vegeta won't be benefiting from the full 200% lead, as obviously not on Kamehameha. But what can you do? He still is good on this, category, even though he is missing 30% there. But yeah, this is basically the sub team for them. This is not their optimal team to be run on. And it would probably be even better to just, because the skill doesn't actually, the leader skill doesn't actually upgrade with the EZA here. So no, that's your best sub leader skill you're gonna be able to run them on this team here, GT Heroes. So you've got the Super Saiyan 4s, you've got Goku GT, you've got the new Super Saiyan 3 Goku from the anniversary. It's going to be providing extra support and damage reduction as well. They benefit greatly from that, which is awesome. The Vegeta from GT as well there, and then you've got these guys here. So GT Goku and Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, not the newest unit, is starting to show their age, so these guys might get you caught out every now and then as well in harder content, as well as Mr. Non-Reliable Super Saiyan 4 Goku here. He's going to cause problems as well. So all in all, that is probably your most optimal GT Heroes team with those two on them, and that's what I would run for GT Heroes. However, if you are looking for a team that is more consistent and hits harder and does harder content better, I would definitely rather look at the Giant Ape Power team here, led by the new Super Saiyan 3 Goku. So he's going to be providing a flat 220% to all these units, that's massive, especially for Vegeta. That's going to be 50% more than if he was on the previous GT Heroes lead. So we've got the Super Saiyan 4s here, we've got Goku and Vegeta, the GTs, we've got Great Ape Vegeta as well, who's going to be a fantastic slot 1 tank, and then we've got Mr. Unreliable, unfortunately, Super Saiyan 4 Goku at the end there. We don't have a great 6 yet for this team. So yeah, anyway, that's a Giant Ape Power team, and that's where I think you're going to have your most fun. If you can assemble this cast of units, then you're going to have a great time with these two EZAs, and they're just going to do so much for this team. So let's go on to now looking at who the best linking partners are for these two. Bearing in mind that you're going to want to run them on these two categories, so I'm going to try to keep that in mind as well, so that we show you the best ones. Let's go and take a look quickly. So just to sum things up so far, here's the build, here's a little cheat sheet, basically the next two panels, so that you can know exactly what the teams are, what the build is. So yeah, if you've just jumped here from the beginning of the video, this is the teams you want to run this character on. This is the build I would most likely recommend. And then next, what we're going to look at are the actual linking partners. So I haven't listed every single linking partner in existence. It's pretty easy to go find that. You can use like Dokkan.fi or Dokkan Info or something like that. Very easy to find linking partners, but these are the main linking partners that are more relevant especially to the two teams that you're going to be running these guys on. So try link them up. Vegeta has far fewer characters to link with that have a lot of links, but he does have a good fair number at 4. But really, if you're going to be running them slot 3 most of the time, shouldn't be a problem. They should be linking up quite well, and they actually link up very well with each other as well if you want to run someone else in slot 1 and then the two of them in slot 2 and 3. So yeah, these are your linking partners. These are who you're going to want to link them up for. Let's move on to Vegeta. So again, just a quick cheat sheet to sum up what I've been saying previously. For Vegeta, again, additional and dodge are going to be your primary ones you want to focus on for build over crit. So let's also look at the two teams there, GT Heroes as well as Giant Ape Power. Let's move on to the linking partners now. So as you can see, there are far fewer big link partners for Vegeta. He's going to be linking up very well with GT Goku, as well as the crossover Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta unit there. So you're not really going to be running the second one, you're going to be running the first one. And he does link up with quite a few units at 4 links, which is absolutely fine as well. Those are a lot of relevant units as well. You've got Super Saiyan 3 there, into Super Saiyan 4 AGL Goku, and then the in Super Saiyan 4, and then a bunch of other Super Saiyan 4 Giant Ape Power characters. So again, these aren't every single linking partner they have. They do have more, but under the 2 teams that you're going to be running these guys on, these are the linking partners for them. Alright, so that's enough gibber gabber about talking about their passives and everything they do and all of that. If you're still stuck around, I'm going to go into a couple of events now, and I'll show you how they perform in a difficult red zone event. Okay, so jumping right into it here, we're going into a red zone fight. This is the Whis and Frieza fight in Vegeta's story. So let's jump into, let's take a look at here the starting stats for Super Saiyan Goku GT. Now, I do have, as I mentioned, I do have 2 dupes in him, I think it is. I believe. There you go, we'll just check on that quickly. 1 dupe in Goku. It is Vegeta that I do have rainbowed. So Goku with a single dupe, sitting pretty nice here. He hasn't supered or anything like that, so he hasn't raised his defense yet, and he greatly raised his defense, so that's a 70% buff there. He's got nearly 500,000 defense sitting in that turn at 3rd slot there, and he is going to be having 40% damage reduction. So that is because we are on a full Giant Ape Power team. You can get the same thing with GT Heroes, but we're doing Giant Ape Power. So per category ally that is attacking the same turn, he's going to be getting an additional 20% damage reduction. So he's got the 40% damage reduction. We are going to be giving him as many key spheres as possible, because he will then be attacking effective against all types, as well as launching an additional super attack. So the additional key spheres on him are not as essential as they are not that they're not essential, but they're not as essential as giving to, say, Vegeta, because GT Vegeta doesn't have inherent damage reduction. You need to get GT Vegeta, he needs 3 key spheres to activate his guard, which is great, and then every additional key sphere that he picks up is going to give him a damage reduction rate of 3%. So he needs the orbs, whereas Goku is very nice to give him the orbs. So anyway, let's run through here. This is a perfect rotation for us. The GT EZAs, they are really good 3rd slot units. They can be good 2nd slot as well. There's no reason not to put them in a 2nd slot here. I could definitely do that. I just want to keep these rotations going. You know, in fact, I think I am going to do that. Obviously, this is a showcase on the EZAs, so let's keep them around every rotation. You can see them build up. You can see them hit their actives faster, so I'm going to do that. You really wouldn't want to float off SS3 Goku in this case. You want him on rotation for a Giant Ape Power team, but I'm going to do it just so I can show you guys how this unit performs. We get it again. The SS4 is as many orbs as possible there, and then SS8. Yeah, so we're going to give Goku 8, which is great there, and then we're going to give Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Yeah, should be good. Now that a little bit scary with that Whis attacking there, but we are going to get a super, and we got the extra guaranteed super with the additional key for GT Goku, so we should be greatly raising our defense like 3, maybe 4 times here if hidden potential system comes through as well with an additional. So let's just see how we do. These EZAs have been a very nice little addition to our Giant Ape Power team. You'll see that I am not running the in Super Saiyan 4 Goku this time. I did actually try him on a previous run, and that ended in disaster when he took 1 super. Well, he took 2 normals of about 300k and then took a super for about 800k. We won't talk about that though. So yeah, that run ended in disaster. Instead, I've put Limit Breaker Vegito here, so he's going to have 60% damage reduction for 6 turns. So it's not the greatest if this is going to be a long fight, which I don't think it will be crazy long, because we are going to get to whip out Gogeta at some point from the SS4s, so we should be fine. That 60% should hold up in the 3rd slot. Maybe not so much against Frieza on the next stage, so we'll see how that performs. But Goku putting up some very nice numbers here, critting. He's going to tank a super, so let's see how he takes a super. Absolutely doesn't care, and that's type disadvantage as well. So, oh, and again, Whis, you bastard. Could you not? But we don't care either. So yeah, that's nice. That was a type disadvantage super as well, just to see how much damage he can take. So very solid, as long as they can get some super attacks in and some stacks. Not that they're stacking units, but they can just greatly raise their defense. So he probably had over 1 million defense there at that point. Okay, so let's see what we're going to do here. This is a bit of a rough rotation. I really wanted to have this this Vegeta Giant Ape on rotation here. He would have worked perfectly as our tank. So we're going to have to rely on Super Saiyan 3 in slot 1. I don't think that's going to be that big of an issue. He just needs to dodge once. We should be fine. So let's make sure we're going to have a lot of orbs to give into Vegeta as well. So let's give Super Saiyan 3 Goku those, and then 9 orbs. Excellent. So you see here, we want at least 3 for that guard, and then you're going to want as many orbs as possible. I did explain that already. So let's go. Okay, 6. Now let's give him the 9 orbs. So what's that? 9 times 7. So he's going to have a nice 9 times 7. It's not 7 that he gets, is it? 3, sorry. 9 times 3, so 27% he's got a damage reduction addition he's going to have there. And then Limit Breaker Vegeta, we don't really need to do. He really doesn't need that many orbs, he just needs to. It's going to be type advantage and 60% damage reduction. Thank you for the dodge, Goku. Perfect, 23 million. So this is a rainbow Vegeta as well. See how much damage he's doing here. It would be nice if he could tank a super here as well. Although I don't know if Whis has a cooldown on his super, so we might not see that this turn. Okay, another awesome crits. Third super, 26 million. Yes, he's put up over like 75 million damage. Jeez, luck. Damn. Okay, doesn't care about normals. Not too sure about our chances if we take a super with Limit Breaker Vegeta here. Okay, so he doesn't care about normals, which is great. Ooh, well, here we go. Live testing. Let's see. Okay. We don't care about that. Nicely done. Alrighty, so I really don't want to rotate off Super Saiyan 4s because we need Gogeta when they come back. See, they're over 1 million. Okay, so I know I said I would put Vegeta, but I do want to try and finish this run, so we have to use our brains a little bit. So Vegeta is going to tank very well for us. Super Saiyan 4s are going to get another turn of stacking, which is fantastic. And you want to be making sure that you are feeding them orbs as well. So additional key there, as well as... Okay, no, they're guarding already, sorry. So it's Gogeta, that is the Gogeta that you need to be feeding additional orbs. So she'll be fine with guard and 1 million defense against type disadvantage, should be no problem. And then let's give our Goku a bunch of orbs at the end. So he should be sitting pretty as well. Man, I love this Vegeta unit. I do just wish he had some better linking partners. He really doesn't link very well with anyone in Giant Ape partner. Giant Ape power. Okay, so when Gogeta comes back around, he's going to be sitting so pretty because that defense is going to be like over 2 million after all these supers. Easily. Perfect, and we don't want them to be doing massive damage. We want them to get as many supers into these as possible so that defense can just climb and stack and stack. I will try to make sure that we do get Goku's GT Goku and GT Vegeta's active skills off. So you can see that as well. Nice 23 million there. Nice 25 million. So they're going to keep raising their attack every super for that turn. I think, and one more. We could have finished off the boss there. And again, I don't think we should have any problem here after all the supers. Yeah, no problem. Okay, so we got a bit of a wonky bit of a wonky setup here now with Goku. We don't really want this rotation to stick. That's okay though. Once they come back around for that rotation again, we should be able to just transform him into Great Ape, so not too worried about that. Probably should have put the friend one in there. Yeah, the friend one has significantly more defense, so that's not the end of the world though. And let's make sure we give, okay, 5. So activating guard, and we give that additional 15% damage reduction there. Okay, yeah, should be absolutely fine here. Whee! No dodge, 70% dodge didn't kick in for us, did it? It's fine. Don't be afraid of taking a little bit of damage. Now we're afraid of taking damage, so this is Frieza could kill us on some units here. My main concern is this boy right here, and he, yeah, absolutely nothing I can do about that though. If he takes a super, we are dead. So let's go and transform our Gogeta now, who is at 1.65 million defense, and then we're going to slap him in slot 2. Okay, still 1.6, 3.5 million attack. So let's do this now. Let's try heal up a little bit. Got a lot of defense on Vegeta there, so this should be a pretty big heal. Very nice. And then now we want, I mean, we're pretty much invincible for this turn as Gogeta, so just want to give him as many orbs as possible. And then Limit Breaker is just gonna do Limit Breaker things at the end there. Man, I love when this OST pops, and then you just get to see Gogeta go ham, especially on this team, especially when you do get him linked up with Super Saiyan 4 Goku, which I have unfortunately not yet, but we should be able to, on not the next rotation, but the rotation after, we should have that Super Saiyan 3 Goku come back from the rotation, rotating them off. So 35 million damage, yeah. And disables that attack, brilliant. So that's 60 million total that he's done now. Oh, unfortunately a normal, but... Ooh, and get dodged. Hilarious. I'm not going to be laughing if he supers. If he supers us in the 3rd slot though, maybe I should hold my tongue. We're definitely getting supered, yeah. Oh, or we just die from normals. Oh, yeah, we really need a flip. We need a 6th unit so badly for this team. Damn, that's such a pity. Okay, I will jump back in quickly and I'll get us back to this point, maybe with another unit, just so that we can see how. I really want to show you guys the active skills for Goku and Vegeta. Okay, so just coming back here to this point, this is where this is almost at Frieza now, and we've managed to get some hits off of Super Saiyan 4 Goku. I will, full disclosure, I did use a Whis just to save him, because he was never going to slot 1 tank that from Whis himself. So yeah, he is ready to transform. Next turn, we are going to hopefully kill Whis now with Super Saiyan 3 Goku. And then if we do, that means we should immediately come back to this rotation with Super Saiyan 4 Goku, as well as transform into Gogeta. Fantastic, awesome rotation there. And then we will go into another rotation that's very well set up. So I went a lot slower this time. I tried to hold off a bit on giving people key and that sort of thing, just so that some of the units have some more time to stack, mainly the SS4s, and so that I could get the SS4 Goku, the Int one, his 5 hits that he needs, so that we can go into Oob as we transform into the next, as we go into the Frieza stage of the fight. I am hoping that we really need to kill Whis here. I think we should. I don't know if I've miscalculated this. We do need some additionals here and some crits. We really need... Shit. I don't think we're gonna do it. Unless we can get a good crit here and 1 additional. Yes! Okay, perfect. Oh, that was clutch. That was a clutch additional. Woo! Okay, perfect. Excellent. Okay, so that's a lovely little thing about SS3 Goku is if you can kill a boss with his giant ape form, you will go straight back to your rotation. You won't roll around to the next rotation from the next rotation as if you were transitioning the boss. So now we are still in the same rotation. We've transformed. We have a fantastic linking partner for Gogeta, and I don't care. Let's watch this animation. I really want to.
I expected to suggest fusing. This is going to be special. I can feel it. Fusion! I'm neither Goku nor Vegeta. I am the one who will destroy you.
Gogeta! Okay. Sweet. Rapidly switch that back on. Okay, perfect. We're going to leave the setup exactly like this. We do want to save. Do want to give some orbs to Lolo GT. I promise this is an EZA showcase. I'm not just another giant ape power showcase. Okay, but we should be totally fine. The next two rotations are set up very nicely for us, so we should be Gucci. Ooh, see that just the damage skyrockets. I mean, when Saiyan roars up, when he's linked up with, when Gogeta's linked up with Super Saiyan 4, Goku, the damage is just, I mean, it's like 5 mil extra. It's crazy. It's a fantastic boost. So if you can, I'll be a bit slower. If you can go a bit slower and actually time it so they transform together, I mean, then you get a turn like this, which is now pushing what? He did 40, then 30, then another 30, he's done 100 mil damage. And then nearly 40 mil from Super Saiyan 4. With crits. Man, it's also a huge amount of damage. 90 mil damage thing. Okay, and then Mr. GT Goku here. I feel like we may have a super coming in the back here. He's not doing quite as much damage. He's not linking up quite as well with Super Saiyan 4, is he? Damn, I would have actually liked to have seen what he took from Frieza there. Okay, so we should be able to, there we go, there's our standby skill, so let's do this. Kinda want to rotate off. Yeah. I'm gonna do this.
Everyone, lend me all of your Super Saiyan power. I'll never lose if I'm a Super Saiyan 4 at full power! Hurry up and give your key over to Goku!
Okay, perfect. So, he's not going to be attacking at all, but damage reduction rate 10% per type key speed obtained. So we need to make sure that we're giving him a bunch of key spears, and he's guarding all attacks with 3 or more. So guard and as much damage reduction as we can give him. And he's, I don't think this is an unarmed super attack from Vegeta. So, from Frieza. So I think we should be fine here. Hey, as long as we give, he's gonna have guard and he's gonna have that extra damage reduction. And anyway, yeah, okay, this is gonna be fine. So let's do this. Bunch of orbs here as well, so 21%, so it's maximum amount, and then all those juicy orbs for Oob. Excellent. And then again, that next rotation looking very saucy as well. I think we are really good. So this is for Goku, the Int one. If you can baby him a bit in the beginning, and just you might have to use an item here or there, and just to get him so he can actually get his 5 hits in, then then he can be fine. You can work around him. And to be fair to the unit, he's what, like 18 months old? He's an old unit. I don't know if it's exactly 18 months, but he is like a year and a half old. So, to be fair to him, he's the only unit on this team that hasn't received an EZA or hasn't been released in like the last 2 months, 1 month. So, he's doing his best. We really do need that 6th. I really want to show you guys the... okay, let's actually transform here as well. Okay, great, so let's just get some free damage here. Perfect. So we should just get to chunk Frieza down just a little bit, take some damage off of him. We can hopefully come around and do a really nice rotation. We'll have two SS4s. Obviously, they're not going to link well together, and I'm not putting them in slot 1. No way, Jose. So yeah, he'll just have to chill on the back there, but he should be fine. Should get guard. Come on, Pan. We've seen it already. Just let us transform. Please, Pan. Ah, the good SS4 Goku. Alrighty. Okay, so how are we looking? Okay. Vegeta just has 3, I think he could just tank supers on his own here with just defense. Okay, so we're gonna slap you with that. We do have a hell of a lot of attacks coming. Nearly 1,000,000 defense on this rainbow SS4 Goku. And if we look here, we're gonna have Power Beyond. He's providing damage reduction to everyone else, guarding all attacks. So I'm not worried about him. He's also going to be raising attack and defense on his super. Should be absolutely fine. Let's just do that. Let's do that. Okay, we should see Gogeta pump out some silly numbers now. Yeah, nearly 42 million. Okay, perfect. So on the next rotation, I should be able to show you guys both the active skills. Yeah, it's almost like I set that up. I did not. But we'll be able to show you guys the active skills of both Vegeta and Goku, so you can see what those look like and what they do. And I just realized that they're both on that rotation. It should be fine that they'll be Vegeta for 42 million, eh? Just getting distracted by all the numbers. I wonder if we get supered here, if we even live. Should live, hey? Am I just being silly, or have we not seen a super from Frieza yet? Might have been, I think it was during the Giant Ape phase, Super Saiyan 3. Must have been. So I feel like we haven't seen a super for Frieza just yet. It's just killing me with suspense. Okay, perfect. Alright, come on. Good, good, good. Not Goku though. That's interesting. Can be activated performing 4 or more super attacks. in battle. We've done 7. No, have we not? Oh, flip, we haven't. Okay. That is a pity. Alright, I'll show you Vegeta's then. Really thought we'd done more. That's my bad. I'll do another run where I can show you Goku's as well. So, their active skill. It's going to massively raise attack temporarily and cause ultimate damage to the enemy. And let's take a look at what that looks like right now, without skipping the animation accidentally.
Take this, my new finishing move. Final shine attack.
38 mil with a crit. Very nice. Very, very nice. And just to look at Goku's active skill as well, also massively raises attack. Okay. Perfect. So yeah, pity that didn't work out. I really thought we'd had more. Let's see who's got more defensive stacks here. Okay, so 40% damage reduction with 762,000 defense. I think you will be our slot 2 there, Goku. He needs... It's more important that Vegeta gets the orbs, so let's make sure we are just loading them up. 10. Perfect. Okay, should be absolutely fine, yeah. Wonderful, that is who we want to be supered. Ooh, forgot about the crits. Yes, this crits hurt. Ugh, this crits really hurt. But it's okay. We have a hell of a lot of health on this team. And nearly 800,000 there, so that's just put us under 50%. But not the end of the world. Vegeta really performed admirably there. And Goku and Vegeta GT should not be a problem at all on this rotation. Damn, I would have really loved to have seen a super from Frieza hit them. It's 29 million, he is just going ham. So that massively raises attack is looking very nice here for his supers as well. It doesn't just affect his active, it also affects his supers. Okay, and this should hopefully finish it out here. Yeah. Yep. Nice big heal from Super Saiyan 4 there. Yo, that 44% recovery is so nice, and it can just be triggered every turn, as long as you're below 44%. So, I think we are going to just hit Gogeta's active here quickly. And then let's see, hopefully if that doesn't kill, then we'll transform Super Saiyan 4. Okay, cool. Let's do this here then. Thank you, Pan.
It's about time both got
99% of that energy came from Pan.
The ultimate final battle.
And a heal. Beautiful. I don't think I'll be changing the rotations at all. I know that he is very strong for one turn, at least. It's the first attack at 25%, damage reduction 25%. I'm not putting you in the first slot, dude. Gogeta's got this. Thank you for the offer, though. I'm gonna politely decline. Damn, when he gets his EZA. It's gonna be a great unit, I hope. Just fill out this team. And is that gonna be it? Nope. Vegeta will finish it out for us though. Okay, so there we go. Successful run with the Giant 8 Power team, and hopefully give you a little bit of insight into how Vegeta and Goku GT work, how the EZAs work, and yeah, they're very, very good units. As I said, they're great EZAs, just enough, just the right amount of attack power, just the right amount of defense. And what I'm going to do now quickly is I'm going to jump into another fight for you guys here. This is a much harder event, so this is the level 10 Red Zone event from Vegeta's story. So yeah, this guy, I mean, he's got millions of health, everyone's fighting against him at the moment. He does big supers as well and builds up. And this team absolutely killed it. We're perfectly fine here. I did need to make sure I babysat SS4 in the beginning, but ooh, here we go, hold on. Okay, and there's finally the active skill for Goku as well. So you've seen for both Goku and Vegeta, so you've seen both. And now, yeah, I'm probably not going to talk over this entire thing, but if you do want to watch it, it is a run. I managed to finish the fight just perfectly, and at no point do any of the EZAs cause a problem. They're absolutely fine in, like, arguably one of the hardest red zones at the moment. So yeah, that should tell you enough about how they're built. So if you've watched all the way to the end, thank you so much for watching. This was my first unit review. It is very long. I can improve it in the future. I'll probably do some tweaks and try and make things a little more concise, but I really do want to just show off the units in a bunch of situations so people can kind of know how they're going to do defensively, how they're going to do offensively, and just where they should sit, and a bunch of information about them. Everything is chaptered, so it's easy to jump around. But thank you very much for watching, and I'll hopefully see you in the next one.